Welcome to episode 13, unlucky for some, of TakuCast Zero. We got a big episode this week with a lot of news from Gamescom. I'm Gun. I'm joined by,
DatHoneyBadger.
no sir or mister this time.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I'm gonna just get like some list of names. Oh wait, no, wait, Doctor Honeybadger. Yeah, that's it.
That's,
That's it for this week.
that's a bit late, isn't it? It's kind
No,
of,
it's never that late for Doctor Honeybadger.
okay.
Unless the patient is dead, then it's pretty late.
Yeah, it's too late then. But we digress.
Yeah, as
So,
always.
we got quite a few topics. So, should we spin the topic wheel or how are
Yeah,
we going
spin
to
the topic
go
wheel.
about this? Now, you got the topics in front of you, I don't. So,
Oh,
you're
I
going,
see.
you're going to be doing the spinning for today.
Well, I don't have all the things you want to talk about either.
I probably should have written them down.
Yeah. Well, while I spin the first one, you can like start doing that. So the first one I will go for is the top of my list, and we're just going to get this out of the way because only a small bit. The Xbox One will never come without a Kinect. Some people speculated that they would sell it at some stage without a Kinect, but that's not the case. So I wonder, does that mean that we can only ever expect a certain amount of a price drop?
I
And
think that's overall a good thing though,
yeah, me too. I don't think it's a bad idea at all.
because you don't want to be splitting up your
Your
like
market,
for the developers,
yeah,
because yeah,
it would cause way too much confusion then, or
exactly.
then you have these guys. Oh, I got the without the Kinect bundle, so I can't play with you. You know.
Mm.
Something like that would happen where it'd start to shaft some gamers, and then, as you said, developer wise too.
And that's
Uh,
the reason why I can see the PlayStation Eye probably won't really take off. Well, I can't see it taking off really
yeah,
because it's not integral like the Connect is with the one.
yeah. It'd be cool, like even things like reload or something like that, or giving commands, or I don't know. I'm interested to see how they integrate it. But I guess as far as that goes, there's nothing else to say. There it is.
Okay,
So, are you?
so
I thought you
is
were
it
gonna.
my turn now?
Yeah, do you got any
Yeah,
things you wanted to mention?
I'm only able to remember three things
Well, you only need
since you
one.
started talking. So let's start with Twitch.
Oh
Twitch is coming
yes.
to PS4.
Yeah,
So
that's
it was,
pretty
it was
big.
like at first they announced Ustream, and people were like, "No, no, Twitch is way better." Xbox One got Twitch, and then Sony listened, I suppose, and now we got Twitch as well for the PS4. So
That's
that's a
a
plus. It's not something I'll use because my upload speed is zero point 0.3 of a meg, but
yeah.
it's
Whoa,
it's probably
going
good
at the
for people.
speed of light. Surrender now. Or
Okay,
no.
yeah, let's not finish that.
Yeah.
Copyright, copyright.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
Meowth,
Um,
that's right.
but there's a lot of people like Twitch is getting really big.
Yeah, especially on TakuCast.
Yes, it's
All the
huge
lads
there.
seem to be doing this. It's like the new cocaine.
Yeah, it's like the new haikus.
Oh yeah, let's not
God,
talk about that.
that pissed me off so much.
Damn Panama punk.
Yeah, you're a punk, Panama punk.
Yes, he is.
Uh, so I posted on Speak Out just there, that we're recording and what you want us to talk about, and so far the replies have just been completely useless to me. So I'm very disappointed in you all.
All
Uh,
right, Phantom Link posted something. I'm just going to. Wants us to talk about ducks. Are they
is
ducks
that a
or
swan? I
geese?
think they're geese.
It
I don't
looks
know.
like it's a gif of a swan achieving orgasm.
I think it's meant to be that huh huh huh. You know that? Ever see that gif? Like someone has like laughing. It's a
Ah,
pretty
yes.
funny gif. But anyway, uh, oddly
Yeah.
enough, that has nothing to do with GamesCon. So
Amazingly, somehow.
something a little bit different, and probably the first game we're going to talk about,
Hmm.
uh, Titanfall at GamesCon. We got to see a little bit more.
Okay.
What did you think?
I was impressed.
Yeah, it looks so
Uh,
fun. It's the first time I've been like, I want this game.
not so much the actual Titans themselves, even though they're pretty cool, but like just the way you can move around the map.
Yeah, yeah, same. I'm the same. I'm not like the Titans are cool and all that, but I'd rather just go on foot and move fast.
Exactly, exactly.
I feel that I'd feel too slow in the Titan, and that like I'm a huge target. It's sort of like in Halo when you got in the tank, everyone was just out to get you.
Do
That
you think
was
that
it.
just can you see it happening where maybe nobody will use the Titans and
No,
I'll just
definitely not. It's still like imagine you this big battle, and for the first like 10 seconds of using the Titan, you could probably clear house because nobody would be prepared. But then people are like, okay, when I respawn, I'm gonna like do what I can to destroy this thing.
yeah.
And I'm sure if you get good pilots, like they could just absolutely tear the place up because it looks like they can move kind of quick.
Yeah. And you
So
can even put them in like an automatic mode where they kind of just go by
yeah, that was
themselves,
so cool.
and you can ride on their backs and use them as
Yeah,
cover and stuff.
it looked so hectic in the good way. Like there was a lot
Yeah.
going on. It was painfully scripted, but it did show off just parts of the game, and that was pretty exciting. And as I said, the way the player moves around the map it's interesting.
I know the gameplay looks great, but I'm not convinced about the story or how that's going to work.
Yeah,
They said,
I don't think you play that kind of game for the
well,
story.
I know, but like it seems like once the mission starts, this woman pops up in the top right hand corner of the screen. She starts yapping off, and then it
I
just
don't
turns
need
into a game of
no
capture the
bitch
flag.
running her mouth when I'm destroying enemy
Well,
fucking
that's
titans.
my point. Does it really need a story?
I don't know. It just seems like it's a multiplayer game to me.
Yeah. I don't know. How many
Um,
players can I? Do you know?
pardon?
How many players can I
I'd
hold?
say it'd be up in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the map that big looking at it?
Uh, well, I don't know how big it was. They only showed us a portion of it.
I suppose.
Um, so we can't really know until we actually see it. But
What is someone drinking cans?
my dog has a yogurt tin, and he's just came into the room and is chewing it. It's under control now.
It's like he knew.
Yeah, it actually always happens. He comes in and starts acting the prick.
Fucking
um,
fucking Dexter.
yeah. Hey, no names.
Oh.
Okay, what else was there? They actually had like Titan versus Titan on it in the video, I should say. That looked pretty
I think there was
exciting,
like
and it was
two
like
on one.
yeah, it said like two
You're outnumbered.
yeah at number 2-1. That was it, and that was cool. Like just like live tactical updates, as it were.
Yeah, that stuff was cool.
Yeah.
I really like the when you're about to be blown up, you eject and then
Oh,
land
that
on
looks
top of
so
the
cool. Yeah, he was just
sweet.
holding on to the back of the Titan. That was pretty badass as well.
Yeah.
Um, we definitely haven't seen everything, but it has a really, really big Call of Duty feel to it, just to look at it. But it's
Oh,
probably obviously it's not going to be like Call of Duty because you're giant robots and you're using
can
parkour to
you
get around the map with jetpacks.
can you see it being turned into like every single year another Titanfall Call of Duty style?
I don't think they'll do that. I think they probably hated them guys. They probably hated that they have to do it every year and what it became. Like imagine just every 2 years or so they came out with the new Titanfall. Even that'd be good.
That'd be good.
Yeah, probably even more. Like 'cause, there's going to be so much new games. Like the power that this new that these new consoles are going to bring are going to open up a lot of avenues for games that couldn't have been possible this generation. You know?
Indeed, you're going to see some interesting stuff
Yeah.
like Crytek
Oh.
and their little demonstration that they're showing off at Gamescom.
Yeah.
And this kind of sounds boring, but it's one of those things that, like you said earlier on, it adds immersion.
Look, if you're listening to a game and podcast, you're probably interested in this.
Well, yeah, but water evaporating.
Yeah, that looked cool.
It's one of those things. It's not something I ever thought of seeing in a game, but
No,
there it is.
it makes the world feel more real, though.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know how sped up that was because I only saw it in GIF form. I didn't actually watch the video.
Oh, it was kind of sped up, pretty sped up actually, because I just watched it a few minutes ago. Uh, so like you could actually, if you were that way inclined, to sit and watch a puddle dry, or like somehow make water like spill somewhere. Maybe shoot a water can or something, or like a water container, and then just hit it with a flamethrower, and then would it like steam and then evaporate as you did it?
Yeah,
And would temperature come into effect here?
I
And would
don't
it
know.
have to be in direct contact with the sun? This is things
These-
I'd like. If it wasn't in the sun, it wouldn't evaporate. If the bill and shade got it, it would stay there longer. You know,
Yeah,
things like that.
that might
We
be
can't know.
super detailed though.
Well, I don't think it'd be too much to ask. Well, to ask, like it's not like it's going to be a huge prerequisite for any game I play. It's the greatest game in the world, they say, but Badger never played it because they had no evaporating water in the shade versus in the sun. So
It
what?
took the same amount of time to evaporate in the shade than it did in the
Yeah,
sun. Yeah,
and it's like, what's the
cancelled my
point?
pre-order.
Yeah, I'm going back to the GameCube, back when things made sense and they had no bullshit excuses, whatever that means. Um,
Uh,
so, anything else from that stuck out to you?
Well, I only saw one GIF of it, so I probably should have watched the whole video.
Yeah, you see, I was like, I'll watch this before I start talking about it.
Yeah, but see, that's how I roll. I like
It's
to just
just,
I improvise.
yeah, it just looks super pretty. They had things like a video editor in there. I wonder would that just be for PC stuff. They kind of just showed a lot of cool things. I can't really. The water evaporation just stuck out to me the most, to be honest. I was like, whoa.
It's pretty
um,
hot.
maybe it's just our simple minds, like we just can't get too caught up. We have to be just like water. That's it. It's all I can handle. Um, okay, so Watch Dogs. The
Oh,
game looks impressive. We're all
uh-huh.
very excited, but they're also who's
But
they? People are making a movie. People who are in a position to fund such a thing are making a movie of
interesting.
Watch Dogs.
Do
Do
you
you
think they're getting
think?
a little ahead of
I
themselves?
pardon?
Do you think they're getting a little bit ahead of themselves?
Uh,
It's not even out yet. Like,
yeah, but I think the concept is movie material.
fair enough.
That's for sure. I think it's going to be a good movie. Um, and I think they kind of know that it's going to get a good score and it's going to sell really, really well because they're obviously putting in a lot of work.
It's going to be a launch title with the PS4, which straight away almost guarantees a lot of sales for you.
Yeah, exactly. Because like
Like,
it's not like they've much competition.
look at Resistance One. I don't think that game would have sold half as well, if it wasn't a
No,
launch game.
no, it was terrible. But like it's just like we just need some kind of game, you
It
know.
wasn't Tear, all right? It was a good game.
It was a mediocre game.
Well, yeah, it was mediocre. Well,
The co-op was
Give it a
fun.
7. Give it a 7 out of
I'd
10.
give it a 6.
Get out of here. You're just going to undercut me no matter what I say.
You're like, I'd give it a 9. I'd give it an 8. um, what was I gonna
uh,
say?
so,
But
seeing as I already kind of let the cat out of the bag, I might just quickly mention that the PS4 release date was announced uh, November 15th for North America, and for Europe and Latin America, November 29th.
that's a long time.
15th or 29th?
The 29th, like it's a long time to have a difference.
What you mean a
Oh, you know
difference?
what I think? Actually, it just occurred to me. Microsoft are going to try angle it so that's released on the same day across, all their markets. Do
Which
you
will be
think they'll do
easier
that?
since they cut down their markets.
Yeah, I know. But do you think that's possible?
Uh, it depends.
Who
Depends on
knows?
their
But that's the
dates. Like,
theory, you
so
know.
can you see them bring it to America before the PS4, before the 15th of November? Do you think?
That would be tough.
Can you imagine it was on the exact same day?
Oh no, I don't think they'd do that. But then would it
Oh,
really matter? Because not many people to make a difference anyway, are going to buy a PS4 and then an Xbox One or vice versa, like
yeah, but
really short period of time. Unless you're fucking
can you
got some.
imagine the queues outside all the shops,
Oh man,
places like in America, like all the
yeah.
PS4 fans, all the Xbox
And
fans?
then they'd be fighting. I
There'll be a
guarantee
big
you.
war.
Yeah, they'd have war drums and stuff, and like people be hugging their family before they leave. You're the man of the house now, Bobby.
Got
Um,
myself a couple of bones.
yeah, he came back with ears on a necklace or something and knocking gold teeth out of people, whoever he is. Um,
But
but I
yeah,
think what if they were gonna try to get out earlier, it'd probably be like the 10th or something like that.
which would make it on Monday
Yeah.
because PlayStation's launching on a Friday.
Hmm.
Just can what do Microsoft have a tradition of launching on any particular
I
day?
couldn't tell you. I know that if they like Xbox original Xbox 360, I think when they announced it, it was at like around 6 months later. Like they don't announce it like 2 years beforehand.
Oh yeah,
I hate that now. Um, like
I'm really really curious as to when Microsoft will do it.
yeah, I'm like, you'd think they'd be kind of like wanting to let people know now. I need to know when I need to come up with money for which. Well, I know with the PS4, but I wanna know for both. Partially because I'm just nosy.
You don't really need to get it at launch though, do you? Like you can afford to wait a few months, see how the playing field plays out.
Yeah,
You got yourself a gaming PC, you know.
yeah, exactly. But I love console though, at the same time. But it's just that you know I'm just kind of tired of this generation personally. You know, that's why I'm on PC all the time now, and I'd love to be able to do both. I'd love to be able to like get to be able to play console and then like, oh, feel like a bit PC now, and all
It
that
has been
stuff.
a long gen.
It has. I'm just generation fatigued because like now, why would I play a console where I can get like insanely good graphics with loads and loads of players with like loads of games, loads of great games too,
Just
Uh,
exclusives, really.
yeah, I don't know. It's just PC right now. I think is the best option if you're tired of the way it's how long this generation is. Like I was just like, fuck this, I'm going to PC. But now with the new consoles out, it's different again. I'll actually want to play and like these great exclusives with great single player stories. Hopefully,
Yeah.
um, it'll be cool. And as I said, I
Like
think
each
it's
console has some nice features as well that
yeah,
maybe the PC
exactly,
might have.
exactly. There's things in like the console that you can't get, and I think there's better that kind of community with console, if you know what I mean. I think it's easier
Yeah,
to
I
make
know.
friends with console players, and it's not as hard. Like, cause some people are like, yeah, I don't use this to communicate in game. You know what I mean? Like, oh, dude, you've got like Skype. I like to use Skype to do my in-game communication.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are just like, no, I use this or I use that, and I'm just like, fuck this, it's so difficult. Not all the time, but sometimes when it's important.
It's not very user friendly, is what
Yeah,
you're
I
trying to
remember
say.
somebody was like, "Oh, I want to be on this Let's team with you," and we're about to do it. And then I go, "Oh, do you have this?" And the person was like, "No, I only use this." And then it just was just complete balls because it was some like no-name program, that was completely awkward to use. I don't even remember what it was called. And
Oh, you were using Skype, was it?
I wanted to use Skype, but they
And
were
this
like,
person
I don't
couldn't.
have Skype." And like, it takes 2 fucking seconds.
It's
You know,
a pretty small download.
it is. It is like a 2 minute thing to sort like everything up and running. But
Some people.
yeah, some punks just can't do what I want to do.
Exactly. How inconsiderate of them.
Yeah. Um. So that's one of the things I like about console, and
So speaking of how maybe user-friendly consoles are getting, like both Xbox One and PS4 are kind of going like a social edge. Can you see yourself using the social features on it, or like using like I don't know about Xbox, but on PS4 you have the option like to use your like upload your actual face as an avatar and use your real name instead of a screen name. Can you see yourself doing that?
maybe it depends on how into it I got. I
Because
think a lot.
you're able to control who sees what as well. So I think
Yeah.
I'd use my real name for people that I know in real life, like
Mm,
that they can see it, like you
that's
know.
a good idea. It depends. It says how into it I get. If I was like really really into it and like always on it, you kind of get into it more, and you'd be, yeah, I want to use this now. Explore this part of the console and explore this part. But initially, I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna play the game.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
So
there you have it.
anything that what else on your topic wheel? I got a couple more things unless you want me to take one or
I have one, but did I take the last one? Yeah, Watch Dogs movie. Then we ended up going on a tangent.
I love tangents.
Yeah. So go for
Uh,
it. Lay one on me.
Infamous Second Son new trailer.
Yeah.
The most well, couple of things to take away from this is it looks really, really, really good.
Yeah, it does.
Like the effects and everything, like the like sparks and stuff like that. It just looks fantastic.
Yeah, like even just the animations, the movement of the characters.
Yeah, their faces, facial expressions, and
Yes.
everything. It's
Yes, that's it.
very good.
Yeah.
The another thing to take away from that is it's the first time we got to see Delson use his power. Like everyone originally thought he was smoke powers, but no, it's his power is the ability to take other people's power. And he took some girls called Fetch. Her power, I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I think it's plasma because he seems to absorb it from neon signs, and it doesn't look like electricity.
No, it doesn't.
And
What's cool is like,
plasma is in neon signs. So
ah,
yeah. Go ahead. What were you saying?
what's cool is people can just, um, you know, kind of speculate what they think it is, and it's a good way to keep the hype going. You know, show them a little bit, but leave everything open. Like, what could it be? And
And
instead of like, I
it
think
opens the door
games.
as well for other powers.
Yes,
Because I know
exactly.
in one of the gameplay trailers that they shown when he was fighting against soldiers, and they had like rock powers, like they're able to make rocks form out of the ground
Oh,
as a spike, and they could jump off them.
that was cool. I remember seeing that actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
was
did
in the
look pretty
video.
badass.
So maybe he could absorb a bit of rock power.
Yeah, that'd be.
Get some rock gloves or something and
Yeah,
start pounding lads.
then he could rock down to Electric Avenue.
Ah,
um, hilarious,
and while we're on,
hilarious.
Second Son, I think no, I don't have a link for this because I heard it like a month ago. But they kind of when asked about would Infamous Second Son have multiplayer, they kind of didn't really directly answer us. So it kind of sounds like they're dabbling with that, which I think could be cool if everyone has like different powers
I wonder,
and it's like
even if it was just
free
like,
roam or
yeah,
something.
free roam and just kill enemies together and stuff, and
Yeah,
who knows what they could do.
could be really cool.
That would actually be pretty interesting, just like be superheroes together for a while.
Yeah,
Everyone's just like being kids again for a few hours when they play.
having the lols,
Yeah. Lols and something. I don't know. I was gonna say something, and then at mid sentence, I completely forgot what I was gonna say.
the lols and bants.
Maybe I don't like that word though.
No, sorry,
Anyway,
I won't say it again.
yeah, you don't bring that round here no more. It's a bad
Don't bring
influence.
this into my house.
Yeah, it's my house. Okay, so I guess it's my turn. I'm spinning the wheel. Actually, I'm just going in descending order of what I took first.
Yeah, well, they
So
don't need to know that.
I mean, spin random. The Division is coming to PC, so that's pretty cool, I
And then
guess.
well, did we know it was going to happen? Well,
I think
no,
I remember there was a petition around.
yeah, but yeah, it
Um,
was kind of weird. Like, why didn't they announce that in the beginning?
yeah, it seems like the perfect PC game. But I actually
Like,
signed a petition for it, because I was like I'd love to play it on PC.
would you double dip for that game?
Maybe I think if once again it depends on who I play it with. If I just kept playing on say on Xbox One or on PS4, and I was like, okay, I've got really good friends on this console, and I just don't want to have to start again with different people. On the Division, like start the Division again on PC with
Yeah,
brand new people like who you haven't built that squad kind of trust yet. It'd be cool if I was like, just say we hopped on TakuCast and we're like, hey, let's go like raid this building, but I need like 3 or 4 guys with me. Who wants to come in and you've went with them before. I think I love that, and it's on Xbox One or again. We'll just say for example because I have Xbox One tab here open, but
well, let's be honest. It's because you're getting the Xbox One, Badger.
I'm gonna get both. Um, Still on the fence.
No, you're not.
How do you know I'm not?
I just know you're not.
No, I still haven't made my mind up, but
It's okay. There's no shame.
no, what do you mean
No,
there's no shame?
just relax. There's no shame. Nobody's going to look down at you.
Fuck, why'd you look down at me?
I'm just playing, yo.
Yeah, yeah.
Playing the superior console.
That was a good one. You say that and have a good fucking laugh at your own joke. You're like, I am hilarious.
I am. I'm gonna need a copy of that.
Yeah, yeah. Copyright gun you'll Gallon.
Stop that. Get too close. Too close.
Yeah, people can fucking narrow it down, bro. Oh, I hit my elbow there. Ow.
That's closing in.
I'm gonna give myself the deadline. By the next podcast, you're gonna want to tune in because I'm gonna make up my mind for first purchase.
Spoiler alert, it's Xbox One.
I'm just because we had a strong debate yesterday. It was actually a really good debate yesterday on TakuCast about not Xbox One versus PS4. It was more so about maybe Sony's business practices of late. I think that's how I'd phrase it.
But I can still see you're leaning towards the Xbox.
But you know what? I'm gonna say right now I'm leaning towards the Xbox for this reason, and I'm standing by this reason. But it could be subject to change. It was Sony's jabbing.
Come on.
No, to be honest, I just thought I was like, come on, lads, we get it. You're not doing what Xbox is doing, but do your own thing. You've got not mediocre exclusives, but stacking it up to Xbox One's exclusives. Like
Naughty Dog, John. Don't you call
what
them
about
mediocre?
them? Yeah, but I haven't seen that
in the industry. But
I haven't seen Naughty Dog stuff yet. And right now, at this point in time, is what I'm basing my decisions on. And again, this could be subject to change because the consoles aren't out yet.
You see, I like to use something called foresight. I look down the length of the road. But in fairness, you're saying you're getting both of them anyway, so...
Yeah, but this is down to day one.
If you're just talking about launches, then that's fine. But when When would you see your? Let's say you got the Xbox One first. How
Yeah.
long do you think you'd wait until the PS4
Uh,
if you're still thinking of getting it?
until I started to see better exclusives. Infamous Second Son looks really cool.
That's coming in February.
Yeah, I know. That's down the line a bit.
Hmm.
That's not that far. Like, if I was to get it at launch, if I got a PS4 launch, like, it wouldn't be that hard to wait until February. You know.
Sure.
I'm trying to not say at the end of every sentence, but I cannot physically stop. Um,
You know.
I was just about to say it again. I was like, Jesus Christ. It's an infection. You know? But like, what else? I think, as far as I know, whenever like PS4 exclusives, I don't give a shit about Killzone. Killzone 1 and 2 were absolute. They were tar, okay?
The
Killzone
online is
3
great.
was a decent shooter, okay? And
Killzone's 2 online. I don't think you've played that, but that was brilliant.
I just didn't like the way the game handled it. Frustrated me. And Killzone 3 was brilliant though. It handled very well, and multiplayer was all right, but the single player I actually had a lot of fun playing.
'Cause that's
Uh,
another topic, by the way, I can write down because
yeah,
Killzone
so
multi. We'll get to that later.
yeah, so and then like right now the only thing that I'd be sad that I missed out on is Infamous. That I can
Right.
think of at this exact point in time, the only thing I can think of. I'm actually going to get a list of games I'd like to play on PS4. All right, PS4 exclusives list. God, I love having the internet available. All right, so
Knack, Drive Club.
what's Knack? It looks shit.
Knack is like the Crash Bandicoots.
Oh, it's pretty insane how that doesn't pull me in. Right, so
Why would it?
I don't know. Just I did. I think I looked at some bit that had like, was it in some really really long extended ad they had for the PS4? I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
So,
never mind. Um, I'm looking at this list. So I can't name them all because there is a lot, But Planet Side 2, but I have that on PC.
right.
Uh,
I'm going to be getting Outlast for free though on PS4.
how do you get that for free? Is it some PlayStation Plus thing?
See, I already have PlayStation Plus for a year, so that's going to be on it whenever it comes out.
So the actual exclusives that aren't just console exclusives, like that would also go to PC, like Planet Side. So deep down, I actually don't know anything about this game. I will look into it because again, I'm trying to like,
That's very visually impressive.
yeah, I'm
But like,
trying to look at every corner I can before I do make a decision because I don't want to waste my money. Like, I don't want to be sitting there because at the PS3 launch, a friend of mine he bought a PS3, obviously,
your
and
cousin did as well.
um and what he did shortly after that was buy an Xbox 360 because he had nothing to play on the PS3.
Why are you
But
using
anyways,
him as an example, and why aren't you using me as an example?
I know it's down to
Who
different
also
people,
bought it at launch?
but you're like one of the biggest fanboys of Sony I've ever met in my life.
I'm a fan of games.
Yeah, you're a fan of PlayStation games, but that's fine. That's your choice. Killzone Shadowfall. It looks class, but it's not like, oh, I need to play this game. I like Battlefield. Will scratch that first-person itch. Knack. It hasn't impressed me. I'll still look at more of it as news comes. The
That's fair.
Order.
I'm actually not impressed by Knack either.
Yeah, that's yeah. It might be just be a very niche kind of thing.
It's kind of kid friendly, you know. So
Yeah, yeah. The Order 1886. Although I heard some impressive things about it from GamesCon, which we'll talk about.
yeah,
Uh, I
I
don't
think
care
I
about
think
it.
I think that would be a good one, especially with the stuff they're saying
Yeah,
about us from Gamescom that we'll get into. But yeah,
maybe, but I'm not that pushed at the same time. Hold
hold
on,
on, hold on,
we'll
hold on.
take a break here.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, sometimes
Uh,
reality comes knocking quite literally at your door, and you have to drop
yeah,
everything, even a podcast.
even the podcast.
So, Dead Rising 3. I'm gonna go Xbox One exclusives that I want to play.
How come
So,
you've stopped at the PS4?
yeah, because there's a list of PS4 exclusives that aren't also on PC. This is the list I have right now. Obviously, there's probably going to be more announced. So right now, though, there's for PlayStation 4, Deep Down. I
Yeah,
don't know enough about it to comment. Drive Club, I don't care. Infamous Second Son, I would love to play this game. That's so far the only one I can say. Killzone Shadowfall, it looks good, and it's going to be good for PS4 owners, but it's not enough to pull me in. Knack, we've talked about that. I don't care. The Order, I'm going to have to wait and see, but right now it doesn't interest me. Secret Ponchos, um, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that more as well. So we got. I'm just going to look at the ones that I want to play. And
But then there's Naughty Dog and Santa Monica, who said they're working on something with 150 people working on it that they'll
yeah,
announce sometime
well, we'll
soon.
see. But also, Microsoft has said that they've more games to announce for for the Xbox One. But what we know right now, so the Xbox One exclusives that are just on the console and not on PC that I'm excited to play is Rise, Quantum
Okay.
Break,
Uh,
Dead
what's
Rising 3.
what's talk? Let's talk about Quantum Break and why you're excited because I haven't seen anything really about that gameplay wise at all.
It's just for the simple fact that it's Remedy.
What's this?
Uh, the theory looks good. From what I can tell, it's some kind of like kind of I don't like
Why aren't you
time
excited
travel.
about The Order? Because it's done by Ready at Dawn and they made some great games.
It just
So in
like
theory,
from
you should be excited
no,
about that
in
too.
theory you can't tell me what I'm excited about on.
In theory, I just did.
No, well you're doing it, but it doesn't work that way, I'm afraid. Because I looked at the order and like when I was looking at PS4's thing, I wasn't like I want to hate this, because there was some really good things when we were looking at E3, but uh, Quantum Break, the bit that showed, it looked really good. And I know Remedy are going to do a great game. Like Alan Wake was
What's
really good. Max Payne 1 was really good. Max Payne 1 is probably one of my most favorite games.
what's the deal with like? Is it tied in with the TV show or something? Something to do with TV and Quantum Break.
It's like I'm going to read it just here. Along with the game, a show is also in progress, which will be correlated with the game. Quantum Break is going to be an Xbox One exclusive title. We know that.
So as the program advances, the game advances too. Would it be or
I
how?
haven't a clue, to be honest. It just seems really interesting. Sort of like, freezing time. It seems like this guy, if he touches something, it comes back into real time. But if he
Yeah.
lets, I like that. It looks like it could have a lot of really interesting things. I'm just interested in the story because if anything Remedy does is they tell a great story. Alan Wake, the gameplay was not good, but I really really liked the story and the world was really believable and really good. Um, and they kind of did a TV show kind of thing as well because when you go to the next chapter, it'll be like previously on Alan Wake, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it might be something that they seem to like to do.
Fair enough.
And then we got Rise, which after people were saying it wasn't that good at E3, but then I've been hearing good things about it at GamesCon, so that's piqued my interest in
We'll go into more detail about that later, will we?
yeah,
Is
yeah,
that yeah?
we have some things to talk about, I guess, and I'm more interested in that. Sunset Overdrive, I haven't seen enough to comment on it,
hmm
but it's from Insomniac Games, so it's got to
Who
be
made
good, right?
who made Resistance,
Yeah, yeah.
which is Tar according
Yeah,
to you.
that's why I'm not
So
going to come. Look at you. You're trying to just look.
I'm just using your logic, John
But like
Badger.
that's why I'm not good. Everyone knows my name is John because if you watch any
It's
of my
J
videos,
Badger.
yeah, Mr. J Badgery. I can't do my second name with Badger in it. Um, what was I gonna say? But yeah, like I'm gonna wait to see what it's about before I comment on that.
Fair
But
enough.
so we've got one game right now that's just exclusive to the PlayStation 4 that's on console
Uh-huh.
versus uh let's see, like three games right now that are out. Sorry, I had to
That are
burp there. Like,
out.
so Dead, not that, like, sorry, that are known for the Xbox One. So that's Dead Rising 3. I keep
By the
needing to
way,
burp every 2 seconds.
I can see Dead
Sorry.
Rising 3 coming to PS4 at some stage.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. I have a strong feeling that I won't.
It came
Uh,
to PS3, even though it started off as an Xbox 360 exclusive.
I think Microsoft are gonna. They seem to be more about the exclusives this time.
Timed exclusives.
Yeah. So the console exclusives, these things just coming only to the console, but will also be on PC. Titanfall, another game.
Another
I'm
game
really
that I think will actually they hinted that it'll come to PS4.
Um, we'll wait and see. But right now, I only know it's coming to the Xbox, so that's what I'm going for as far as that game. That's why I'm picking that. Plants vs Zombies: Garden Warfare. I really want to play it.
I actually don't know much about that.
Oh, I have it on my phone. It's so much. I've Plants vs Zombies 1 on my phone. I want to play more Plants vs Zombies stuff. I don't like Minecraft. And Project Spark. Oh my god, that game looks so good.
That looks cool. Well, it
Yeah,
looks like it'll be really hard to make a good level, but like if you can download
yeah. But I think this is
stuff
just
that
gonna
other
be
people have
these
done.
like really, really talented people who are just like very creative. Sort of like people on Minecraft who are making like nearly like the whole globe.
Yeah. Little
Uh,
Big Planet as well. A lot of people made some fancy levels with that.
yeah. See what I mean? There's people just out there who can do these amazing things where I'm just like making dicks.
Yeah.
It's
With
like,
rocket thrusters attached to the bottom.
did
And
we
that's
do
that's
that?
the only thing a Little Big Planet that I met.
You know, we should have done the rocket thrusters and then had some kind of like vagina target. We could have been stars. I mean,
Uh,
copyright Badger Co.
there's probably a level I can search for that.
There probably is already. So yeah, that's why right now I'm leaning towards the Xbox One because
How are
once
you gonna
again this generation.
are you gonna list the PS4 ones that are also coming to PC? Or are we only
Well,
look yeah.
there's like PlanetSide 2. I can do that if you want. Let me say
Just to make
console
things a little bit
exclusives.
fairer, you know.
All right, so well I did already. I said PlanetSide 2 also on PC. Don't Starve that's on PC, but I don't really care.
Warframe,
Warframe. I actually must give that game a go. I've no excuse. Yeah.
War Thunder.
Yeah, what's that about? Is that like planes and shit? I think it
I
is.
think so, yeah.
Gigantic
It's an
maps.
MMO or something, but it's free to play.
Hmm. I don't know. I'm not mad about playing games.
DC Universe.
I think I have to look into that. PlanetSide 2 is the only one that jumps out at me. It's like I definitely like to play that on console, and it's cool that it is really cool that that's on PS4. It's like you get a few games just for getting the console,
Yeah.
uh, and you don't really have to pay to win. I don't think on PlanetSide.
Well, I hear it takes ages to unlock anything.
It does. I haven't
Like a
played it in
new
ages.
weapon.
I thought it was going to be a thing. Maybe once a week, hop on, and do a little Taku chat recording. Like, I must
Yeah.
try
I've
getting
been
ganked.
missing your I've been missing your PlanetSide Let's Plays or whatever you call them.
Yeah, they were good. It was just like real battles. Actually, I'll try get something going tomorrow, because just hopefully people be there. But
Oh,
multi-platform games that I also want to get. It doesn't obviously this doesn't matter which console because they're coming to both.
although some of them might have exclusive
Yeah,
content on one and some of them might have it on the other.
but I that never sways my purchase at all.
No, no, me neither, but
Yeah, it's weird.
it might sway someone who's
Yeah,
maybe
for
thinking about
sure.
getting both.
Watch Dogs, Phantom Pain, Star Wars Battlefront.
I cannot wait for the Phantom Pain.
Yeah, it looks really good. Um, Destiny. Oh man, we gotta talk about Destiny in a
Oh
minute
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Well, I don't give a shit about Call of Duty Ghosts. Assassin's Creed is starting to look pretty fun, and Battlefield 4. Oh man, Battlefield 4. That's gonna be off the chain.
That does look cool.
Never say that again, Badger.
Actually, I saw some video where like you could even get like camouflages for your helicopters and tanks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that
That
they're
looked
really
cool.
going for the customization a lot more. So I guess we might as well move on to one of these games that we mentioned. Which one would you like to talk about?
Ah, shit, it's been a lot.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's been a
let's
busy
go.
this week.
Let's go with Destiny because that's a big one.
Oh man. So we've seen a new. Was this for GamesCon? It had to be.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. So we've seen a new trailer from Bungie. Obviously about Destiny. And what stood out for you before we kind of go into it?
It was
Because
actually environments kind of stood out for me, like
mhm,
just the variety of them.
yeah,
Like he's talked about, you could go to Earth,
yeah,
Mars, the Moon, Saturn, all these cool places. And like then when you go to Earth, there's like old Russia and all this kind of shit. So
yeah.
that's really cool.
That's what stuck out to me as well. Going to different planets and meeting players there. I wonder is it going to be like a PvP world, or are they going to have just like
I
you
think
can
there's like
spend.
certain areas of the maps where you can cross paths with others, like the public event it showed.
Oh, I see.
It's like crossroads. I think they use the word crossroads where like you meet up, which could be kind of similar to Resident Evil 6, except on a much larger scale.
Hmm. I'd like to see that in action. Like I'll learn a bit more about that. Maybe somebody already knows. So if you do, please let us know.
There's also like competitive multiplayer, like just traditional death matches and
Oh
stuff like
yeah,
that.
and you know what I like too? That it looks like it handles like Halo.
Well, you'd know more about that than me, but
Yeah, it looks like it, and that's not a bad thing at all because Halo handled very well. Um, Oh
Can
god,
you
what else is in
can
there?
you see this being the new Halo, so to speak, or
Mm,
would you be look forward to this more than Halo 5?
I couldn't tell you to be honest. Right now, I'm kind of like, until I start seeing things about Halo 5, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, whatever, you know. Because Halo 4 is probably the best Halo in the series.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I just start moving over to PC at that stage. Well, shortly afterwards, so I didn't stick around too long to enjoy the multiplayer. But I was having fun with the multiplayer, and it started to kind of nearly feel like Halo 3 again. It felt more like Halo 3 than Reach did. I didn't like Reach too much.
that's I hear a lot of people do love Reach though. It's kind of a very split user base over in
Yeah,
Halo.
it's weird. I mean, it was a good game. The story was class, and the co-op was really fun. But overall, it's like meh. But I loved 3 and I loved 4. 4 was very good.
Mm.
But yeah,
Or what?
these
Sorry, go ahead.
I love too. Like he's just like chilling in this map. He looks up and there's this giant ship, and it feels like the sound effects alone make it feel like it's actually there, and it's not just some set piece. You know, it just sounds heavy. You're
Yeah,
like, whoa, you know what I
that's
mean?
what heavy sounds like right
Yeah,
there.
whoa, drop the bass, whoop whoop.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like let's say you go to Earth, for example. Like how do you think like you could explore the whole world? Would it expand over time, or would it be just certain countries, or how open would it be?
Huh?
If you did you hear any of that?
No, sorry, I just started reading something, so I completely ignored you.
My God, this guy, huh?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, how open do you think it is? Like, let's say you go to Earth. Can you explore all of Earth, or would it just be
I think it'd
all
be
of Russia, or
I
what?
think it'd be a bit ridiculous to want, to be like you can explore all of Earth.
Well, not
But
like not 100% to scale, but like
yeah,
maybe there's a east side, west side, or
yeah,
something like
maybe
that.
they'll do something like that, or they might just have major cities, and I don't know. I hope it's something that they could maybe update over time. They could start to add in more areas.
Yeah.
Imagine
Like what
that,
GTA are planning on doing.
yeah. Imagine at launch they're like, okay, you can only go to Russia and some other place, and then like a month later, like, oh look, we've added this city now, and it's got all these little quests in there, and it's constantly growing. That would be unbelievably cool because then you're always looking forward to something new, and the game is always changing. You're never going to be like, this is what the game is going to be like now for good. That's it.
You'd kind of expect it to be subscription based, though, if they did something like that, though, wouldn't you? Or maybe,
Perhaps,
or maybe you'd
perhaps.
have to purchase these DLCs or something at least.
Uh,
But then
hmm.
again, that'd break up the user base.
Maybe there'd be microtransactions. I haven't heard anything that even hinted that though.
I don't know. I guess the future will tell. There's no point of speculating.
Yeah, we just have to wait and see, and that's it. I love this pre-next gen phase where there's just nothing but speculation,
Yeah,
and then you get the console, you play it in a few weeks, and you're like, God, all these answers. Yeah, I
yeah.
can't handle them right now.
Then once we get the consoles, it's gonna be, okay. Now I just need these games that are coming out next year.
Yeah,
I
but it's
need,
just
I
gonna
need the
be,
Division. I
yeah,
need Infamous.
but it's gonna go back to what it was like a couple of months ago when consoles were, just before we kind of started to think, yeah, they're gonna bring out new consoles. It was just like, can't wait to play this game on this
Yeah.
console. I've been playing for fucking like 7 years. um,
Oh.
oh man, this generation has been long.
Like it
Like,
feels like only yesterday that the PS4 was announced, but at the
yeah,
same time, it feels like it's ages away until it's going to be out.
yeah, it still feels like a long time. But here, just to kind of give you a scope of time, just for you, because obviously, the listeners won't really know. But in 2006, when I got my Xbox 360, and shortly after you came down to visit, I think there was a family member's wedding, so there was a lot of family down, and uh, we were just playing Gears of War 1
Yep,
on Xbox Live. And how long ago does that seem?
I think it feels like we were children back then.
Yeah, it does, because we also weren't old enough to buy alcohol. I remember that much.
God
Uh, that's a long time.
it
But it
sure
was
was.
so cool, though. Like, just playing.
So sobering stuff right there.
Yeah, yeah, let's just all reflect a moment, even the listeners. But, like, just like playing Gears 1 and then, getting into arguments with people, shit like
Oh
that.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so cool.
Because that was my first time seeing a console playing online,
Yeah.
and I was kind of blown away by the headset, people talking to people. I was like, hold on a sec, is that a real voice coming through the
Yeah, I
television?
remember you were asking all these stupid questions. But I was used to it at this stage because my friend had already. I've been playing Xbox Live at my friend's house before I got an Xbox 360. So I was used to it.
Yeah,
And
it was like
yeah.
stepping on an alien planet to me.
Yeah, you were like, wait, you're talking to a real person. And he's playing right now. And I was like, yeah.
Hold on, let me
yeah.
get this straight.
And then you just get You get like a blackboard out or something, and hey, why does it gotta be a blackboard?
This could be a montage. Then you
Yeah,
explain
yeah.
to me for 5 hours.
Crunching up paper, just throwing it away, and like rolling up your sleeves and looking really tired. You know,
Smoking loads of cigarettes.
yeah,
Anyway, nobody wants to hear this.
yeah, yeah.
I
This
don't
might be
think.
funny just for us.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what we were. Oh, Destiny. That's right. How did we go from Destiny to that? Like,
To that montage.
oh, duh.
Oh, now you use it.
Yeah. Well, this is in my rendition, so I don't think I can get sued.
Fair enough. Is there anything else to say about Destiny? Is there anything what stuck out to you actually, or did you already?
Yeah. Okay. So he said that you go to different planets. The lighting looked class. It looked like it handled like Halo. The enemies looked really cool. I like the loot system. Um. Oh man,
It's like Borderlands,
the
kind of.
world looked really believable and really cool, and it seems like it's huge.
Sure does.
Yeah, it's like Borderlands, but like I want, even though I actually was starting to enjoy Borderlands 2 before I stopped playing it, 'cause it once again went to PC. I might get it for PC, but it looks like Borderlands 2, but with like Bungie's expertise in first person, and they've got like great imagination. You know,
Yeah.
when after Halo Reach, when they were done with Halo, I was like, what the hell can they do to come back from that? Like, there's no way they can best the Halo series, and I think they might be onto something. I really do. Um,
I thought you didn't like Halo Reach.
it's a good single player game, but I don't like the multiplayer.
Okay.
Um,
That's a story for another day, though, I think.
yeah, or never, because it's
Well,
very
yeah.
old news. I don't want to talk about it, okay? Or I get Halo Reach. I never asked for this. I love that meme. Any chance I can, I'll use it.
Don't we know it?
So
Should we go to another game?
yeah, shit. There's so much. Okay, Rise Son of Rome.
Oh, yeah.
We get to see some of the multiplayer. I actually didn't know there was multiplayer until I seen this. It looks really cool though. At first I was like meh, and then I started to kind of look at more of the combat, and I was like, okay, no, I could actually get behind playing this with a buddy. Just it looks like the kind of multiplayer you just don't have to think too much. You know, you're just like, hey, do you want to just play this and have the chat a bit, or
Yeah.
you know,
Like it's gory as well, but it looks fun kind of gory, you know?
yeah, exactly. So there was like things like duel, like you show the two guys killing one enemy. It looked really cool.
Yeah.
Hacking
Double
off,
executions and stuff.
double executions, hacking off limbs, slow motion stuff. A lot of slow motion in Rise, it seems. Uh, Although it looks like they've toned it back for. Sorry, I had to burp for this demonstration that they
Yeah.
showed us. And it looked like as well. You see in the middle of the screen, like the crowd. You have to entertain a crowd. There's like things like amused, and then that's one I seen a lot was just amused. So
So that's clearly a reference from Gladiator.
yeah. Are you not entertained? I wonder how many people are going to be shouting that into their mics.
It's going to get real old real fast.
So yeah, I think so. There's not really much else to say because it looked sort of just like singing the single player, but it was meant to be multiplayer. Maybe I'm not exploring it enough, but let's go to something that I think a lot of people want to know about, or
Sure.
well, not know about, but talk about the Battlefield 4 and the Levolution and what they showed us.
First, let's talk about that actual word, Levolution.
Yeah,
It's pretty good, isn't it?
it's a
pretty
cool,
clever.
it's a cool way of
Pretty
putting it.
clever.
It's like
Pre-ordered just for that.
yeah, pre-order right now. I'm buying 2 copies. I can't
Now,
afford this, but I'm buying them.
Explain to me what the hell this Levolution is.
Yeah. So apparently the levels, wait for it, evolve.
What?
Yeah. Now put them together. Evolution and level.
Evolution and level. Evil.
Levolution, my friend.
Evil is clearly
Oh my god.
another montage.
Yeah. My cerebral cortex, it burns. So
Anyway,
to
yeah.
talk about it instead of talking shit.
We've already seen an example when they showed the skyscraper
Yeah.
falling.
They show things on a small scale, like they shot out some kind of like glass roof thing, and it just kind of fell down and it created a ramp, and then some enemies start running up it and shooting at the player. And the guy who was playing sucked at aiming. Did you notice?
It's been a few days since I've seen it, so I'm a little
Well,
bit hazy on the
and also
details.
at one stage he hops into this like container that's clearly got one entrance only, and just runs to the back. And they just wanted to show off that you could close some doors and stuff. He throws a grenade in this train container, you know, like that of the sliding
Oh, I
door,
remember that. Yeah.
and then like closes the door and it blows up. But like, you know, where was he going? I hate like
Maybe he's just hiding.
yeah,
Maybe he was trying to get regain some health.
I hate really obviously scripted stuff. Like even I know they're just trying to show us how cool it all is, but if they can make it look realistic, or at least like they were actually playing a multiplayer game and this just happened, you know, it'd be
What would you
better.
even use that container for? Would it be just like a sniper perch?
Um, maybe just to get out of the line of fire, wait for someone to walk past, blast them or something. Put a claymore in there when people hop in, they just get claymored. Put C4 in there. I don't know. You can do
Okay,
a lot.
I get it.
I think they could use it. Yeah. Hey, John, shut up. I mean, Badger, shut up. um,
Uh, but
so we also seen this is really cool. My jaw dropped at this. Like this huge battleship get washed up on shore.
yep.
That looked so cool. And that's when I was like, yeah, I need this game.
That was cool. But then the part that was coolest for me, if I if I watched it right, was that they seemed to blow up a dam wall, the wall of a
Yes,
dam.
yes.
Then the streets became flooded, and then they were just driving their boats through the streets because it was now flooded.
It's
Which was cool.
I hope that initially, if you're standing too close to the dam and it breaks, you just die. You
I'd
know,
imagine
all
so.
that water hitting you that fast, and then
Actually, it did show like it showed like a rock flying past. So like obviously that was a hazard if you got
imagine you
that rock's
kill
way.
someone with a like with that. That would rock. Why you do this? So, oh god, what else is there? They really showed that ship a lot.
They did.
Yeah, and
It was cool.
it seems like they're really trying to push boat warfare.
That's actually they kind of revealed the names of the DLC expansions that are going to be coming out, and then
Yeah,
like it seems to be based around some kind of war with China. So like the first one's China Rising, and then
against the teeth or
this
something.
yeah, but one of them is called like naval warfare or something like that, but obviously focused on boats and stuff.
Hold on, I'll get a list of names here. There's
Yeah.
also one called Second Assault. So we have drone. All right, what I have here is that I can see. I know I'm missing some. Drone Strike expansion, China Rising, and Second Assault. Uh, that's what I see initially as soon as I hit Google. And there's like some dragon something or other.
They're saying if you become a premium member, you get new content every week.
Yeah, but you
So
know that's going to be like fucking dog tags and gun
yeah,
skins and stuff. I don't care about that.
fuck that.
Yeah, but I'm probably going to get premium just for the sake
Yeah.
of. I'm still going to buy it. Don't get me wrong.
I just don't want the stuff it gives me.
Yeah, but not premium though. Oh god, it's just I want it for the DLC that 2 weeks early and getting it. You end up saving money in the long run. I wish Halo, like Halo 3, did something like that because I got all the DLC for that. Although you could say, well, if you got Halo ODST, you got all them that DLC do with it. But that's going back far in time and nothing to do with Battlefield 4. So apologies.
You say so.
Um, Anything else about that you want to mention before we skedaddle out of this topic?
It just looks like a really solid multiplayer shooter and
Yeah,
something great to have for a launch.
I think Call of Duty are going to have to do a lot, or well, Activision and whatnot are going to have to do a lot to best this. I think people are moving away from Call of Duty anyway. That's for sure.
I've watched the trailer for Call of Duty and they have like you see evolution for the battlefield, like massive buildings and everything changed, and then you see like Call of Duty where you can shoot some logs and they roll down a hill or something like that,
Whoa!
and you just have to laugh.
We don't have the processing power. Yeah,
I
that's
know
all
that
they have, you know. Oh,
I know there's like a container or an elevator dangling by the cables, and some fella jumps on, but some other fella had put C4, so he detonates it, and the cable falls or the elevator falls and kills him. But really small scale stuff compared to
so
Battlefield.
um, I'd seen a tweet from EA or was it Dice? I could be wrong. We're going to have to look into this. But it was like we cannot confirm if the fish move away from the boat. It was just like, hey, these guys,
With the jokes.
yeah, with the jokes over here. I thought that was hilarious. Even though like I don't really like too much jibes and stuff like that, but
Oh, you
I'm
you
not
like it when it suits you.
not when it suits me. It's just like I just have a strong dislike for Call of Duty players. Uh, well, not okay. I can't say all the players, but I think they have a higher concentration of assholes.
Well, that's just because there's so many. There's bound to be like
Yeah,
if
that's a very
Battlefield
good point.
sold as much as they did, there'd probably be the same amount of assholes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Fuck, I yawn.
I thought you were refreshed this time.
Yeah, I can still yawn. It happens.
Oh, you can't.
It's a natural thing.
That's
Okay,
not. Your oxygen's lacking, or your brain is lacking oxygen.
so they say. It's also
Or
lacking
actually,
a few
no,
IQ
because
points, but here I am,
people
co-hosting a podcast.
people still don't know why we yawn, do they?
No, I don't think so.
Ah, the
That's nothing to do
mysteries.
with games.
Well, we should do a
When I
podcast
look
about
up
this
at
kind
the
of stuff.
stars, okay, we can't go back to talking for this episode. Even though
What's it all
even though
about?
it's gold, normally it's podcast gold, but right now I
Joking
gotta,
over here.
yeah. All right.
Oh, excuse
Why do
me.
we cough, man?
What's it all about? That's what I
Uh,
say.
fucking magnets. How do they work?
Nobody knows. All I know is we need more of them.
You know that reference?
I've heard it so many times, so not really.
All right. When after this podcast, Insane Clown Posse on this on YouTube, Insane Clown Posse, fucking magnets. Oh man, it's so funny.
Fucking juggalos, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah, they're the top dogs, and yeah, it's stupid. He tries to explain it away. Like I heard them try to explain it in an interview, and it was just like it's pretty much to me like they knew they were so fucking stupid that to come up with some way of like making it seem like, no man, what we actually meant was why is there war? You know, but they didn't actually say that, but it was like we just don't
Something
want
along those
like
lines.
why can't it just be magic? You know, why does science has to take it all away or some shit like that? You'll have to find it yourself if you really cared that much. I know I don't.
So let's stop talking about it immediately.
Yeah,
So, Battlefield 4. What's next? How about we talk about some Killzone, seeing as we're talking about first person shooters.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
So, they showed off multiplayer for the first time, and the big hook is custom kind of playlists. I suppose I'm not really sure how you call it, but like they gave an example where you can set the IS, you know how it's ISA versus Hellcast.
Yes.
So you can set your ISAs to have stealth perks and knives only, and maybe just 3 on the team, and maximum amount of lives 3. And
Oh,
then on the Hellgas side, equip them with heavy machine guns and like mini guns and stuff like that. So it's kind of stealth versus defense, like the
oh, that's kind of cool.
Hellgas.
It's sort of like
It's like
Spies versus Mercs.
exactly,
Ooh, I
and it's
like that.
like all these different types of playlists you can come up with. So
Do you know what
that
I'm
could be
gonna
fun.
do after the PS4 comes out? I'm just gonna drive to your house and just play these games.
Actually, yeah, do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And be
I
a good
might
way to
need
decide.
I might need to get a second controller, but
Yeah,
I'm not too sure how many of these games have split screen.
yeah, but we'll figure it out. Like,
Oh, and just while we're talking about Killzone, they just announced it there today, I think, that the multiplayer will be 60 frames per second, 1080p, but the single player, we already knew the single player was 30 frames, so there is a difference, which is kind of a little bit odd, but
it won't be a game breaker though.
it's a good thing though. At least the multiplayer has 60 frames.
Also,
Oh, so sorry, I know I'm doing this a lot, but
that's okay.
as well, any DLC for Killzone Shadowfall will be completely free, or at least maps anyway when they come out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, Wolf wants us to talk about Shuhei. I think I'm saying it right. The president of Sony Worldwide Studios, Shuhei Yoshida. Am I saying it right?
I think so, yeah.
Well, apparently he fell asleep during what's his name, David Cage.
Yeah.
David Cage was
Well,
doing some.
there's like a big interview between like there's David Cage, there was Shuhei, and there was like 3 other devs. They're being interviewed by some fella.
Yeah, allegedly he fell asleep. Actually, it's not allegedly. I can see a picture of it here. He fell asleep during this time, and David Cage was speaking. So I I can't really talk about it because I can't stop to watch it. But
Did he actually fall asleep? Can't just
Yeah,
close
just
his
go and
eyes.
speak out right now. And Hongo's got he's posted a link, but it has the thumbnail, which is him on the far left sleeping, and everyone's kind
Like, have you ever heard David Cage speak?
of maybe.
He's the most thickest French accent, like so, and like
Uh,
I can't imagine Shuhei would understand what he's saying anyway, even if
I'd
he was
say, probably got bored.
probably won't blame him.
Well, yeah, I guess Wolf, the man got bored. There you have it. That's my take on it, because I can't watch it right now. I will afterwards, but by then it's too late.
It is also my take. Well, at the same time, maybe he was tired from traveling from Japan to Germany, and you know. Actually, did you see the opening of him sitting in the armchair?
Yes.
That's pretty funny.
It looked cool. Actually looked like a very comfortable chair.
Yeah, dude, I'm kind of thinking about getting something similar.
Yeah, imagine
Well,
just that in your
not
room,
really.
like, and taking pictures of yourself from angle. Just like, just thinking about life and stuff.
Just getting a massive bookcase behind me as well. Bit of cognac on the table.
Yeah. Cognac. Um, oh god, there's so much. There's actually not too much left, actually. Also, Microsoft are being sounder to independent, about independent publishing. They're
Yeah,
allowing people, I think, to pick their own pricing and pick when they want to release things, and they don't have to pay to update their games anymore. So that's pretty cool. And I think that's something that Dean Hall wanted before he would consider Daisy on the Xbox.
which reminds me, like you kind of seem quiet on the Daisy front. Are you kind of taking a break from that for a while? Or?
The guys I normally play with aren't playing it, and there's all sorts of stuff going on the server I used to play on. I have, as I said, I have 10 minutes of footage on it, and like it's just, hmm,
Did you not
I don't
try a
know.
different server?
It's kind of, I don't know. I feel like weird on a different server now. You spend so much time and like you actually know some of the people there.
I see. But you're still very interested in the standalone whenever it comes out.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I'm definitely going to be recording that and continuing the series. Uh, what I had planned for this last episode was make it seem like we were actually in the world and we're trying to get off Chernarus or something like that, and it was going to end in such a way that it would kind of like maybe cut to black Soprano style and wake up like I'd fade in on the standalone and be like it's all different or something and I kind of react to that and then just go back to normal.
I can
But
only assume that you're not going to do that because you spoiled it all there.
but it's just an idea, it's not
Well,
something that I've done
it's a
because
pretty good idea. So
it is a good
why'd
idea.
you ruin it?
But sure, even if it's not like I can spoil it, because like I could just be like, I could cut to black at any moment. I could do whatever I want at any moment. I could,
I'm just playing.
yeah. You see, we myself and Johnny, since he became a big part of the series because he was with me a lot of the in a lot of the episodes, and eventually it just made sense that we stayed as a team.
Yeah.
We talked about what we'd like to do because it's the only episode where there was some scripting. There was a kill in the first 10 minutes where it wasn't scripted. Some guy was an idiot and gave away his location in side chat. And
Okay.
but it's probably going to be a while because if I would like to play with people, like I wouldn't mind going in with a big squad for the last. I just need maybe 10 more minutes of footage. Even if it was a 20-minute episode, I'd probably do it because I feel like I should finish out the Daisy mod part of Daisy in my channel before moving on to just standalone.
And hopefully you get to do that.
Yeah, it's mostly because like I think the mod is just it's getting on my nerves how buggy it is, and I suspected some admin abuse.
Has there been any word at all on the standalone?
Not really that much. He's not even given a date. It's frustrating.
Like he said, like imminent, and that was like a month ago or something, or did he say imminent?
Pardon?
I thought he said the alpha version was like the way he was talking. It seemed like it was just weeks away.
Yeah, but like it's been weeks since he said that, and there's been
Yeah.
kind of nothing. He tweets, I'm working on this today, I'm working on that today, and it's cool that they're still full steam ahead working, and I think he's just at this stage where he doesn't want to put anything out until it's just where he wants it. But there's so much other things going on that the lack of news or really anything substantial to go on for the standalone is just making me just not too pushed.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I've kind of forgotten about it myself a bit.
Yeah, because when I start playing PC, it was the first game I started getting into the most, and it was class. And then you're waiting for this game to come out without any real idea when it's coming. You just get frustrated. So yeah,
So how big is that studio working on us anyway? They're
I
probably
actually
pretty
couldn't
small,
tell
isn't
you.
it?
I don't think it's that big though, no. But I mean, they've been working on it a while now. Because he was like, I want it out end of 2012. We're 8 months into 2013, so yeah, get to it there. But hey, whatever. When it's out, it's out. I think
Yeah.
that's what I have to accept. There's other games to play, and I'm enjoying doing let's plays and shit now.
Speaking of other games,
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's move.
do you have one?
Let me see. Other game to talk about?
Yeah, or from Gamescom, is anything else? Because I got
My list is
anything.
actually extinguished.
Okay, I just got the order then,
Okay. Oh
which
yes, actually, this is something that has maybe been interested in the order. Go for it.
so this was shown to media only. I think there's like two tech demo videos, so no gameplay, which was a bit boring. But they did say beforehand that the order wasn't even going to be at Gamescom, so I'm a bit surprised that they showed up at all.
Hmm.
But
Waste of
anyway,
time.
uh, they talked in detail about how I'm not sure what I'm saying right, deformable the world will be.
Hmm.
So one of the examples was a grenade thrown at a wooden box, and it splintered and fractured naturally. And then he threw another grenade at the splinters, and then that did the same again. It splintered even further. And like how bullets will react to different materials. So if you keep shooting the same spot over and over, like some more damage you'll wear away at it. Like depending on the weapon and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's all I
Um,
can think about the top of my head.
that does sound interesting. I wonder.
Like it's going to be sorry as well the third person, probably over the shoulder shooter. So think maybe Gears of War
I
style
like that
or
though. I
Resident Evil
really like
4
that
style.
stuff. What do you think of that?
Oh yeah, I don't have a problem with that. So long as it controls well.
Yeah, as long I guess yeah, as long as it did control well, it'd be good.
Like there's
Um,
kind of hinted that it might be co-op, like four-player co-op, just by going from the first trailer.
four player. Yeah, well, that would be pretty good. I'll have to wait and see on the order as far as my interest goes, but I like the sound of it. At least what you just told me there sounds pretty cool.
I'm just really happy that the developers like ready it done because they were stuck kind of when doing God of War games for the PSP, and even though they were very well received, it's nice that they get like a AAA game to
Yeah,
work with.
I'd say they just want to kind of flex their creative muscles a bit more.
Exactly. Yeah.
I hate when like the bigger company forces them to be like, no, you got to keep making this because we're making money,
Yeah.
and they're too afraid. Apparently, Cliffy B said, like, he goes, you have no idea how hard I fought for a new IP after Gears 1, but
Was he
obviously
talk?
it was just safer to stick to something that was that popular. So that's just an example.
Was he talking about Bulletstorm?
I haven't a clue, because that came out a long time after Gears 1,
Fair enough.
but but yeah.
That's my list exhausted then.
Yeah, same here. It was a pretty good cast. We got a lot out there, and we probably
Oh,
missed a lot of stuff because there's so much fucking news.
there was a lot, yeah. Like in just this week as well, new releases: Saints Row 4, Splinter Cell, Blacklist, and we're getting was it just 25 days away from GTA 5 now. So I don't know about you, I'm fucking excited.
Yo, man, I'm so
Pumped.
fucking excited. Whoa, you there?
Yeah.
Shit,
Hello.
it just sounded like the sound cut out. Yeah,
Uh,
it wouldn't be an episode of that of fear of the sound going. Um, so yeah, GTA coming out. We got
By the
that.
way, we got a Taku Chat crew on
Oh
Rockstar
yes.
Social Club. So if you want to join, you can just search Taku in the search bar on the social club, and you should find Taku Crew.
Mm,
It has like the emblem is looks like Cthulhu, but like a friendly Cthulhu, and he's pretty ripped as well.
yeah, and you
He's
could look
busted.
ripped too. You could look yoked.
Yeah, exactly. You can wear that emblem on your clothes if you join. I met it myself, so
So
that should add some value to it there.
yeah, you know the quality is only of the highest standard.
I
Um,
had a little help from
so
Razzo on the tentacles.
they're pretty tough.
Yeah.
We got the best software possible to get the most detail possible.
He used the sausage shape the whole time, and I didn't even know I could do that.
Well, I learned so much. My heart's gone up to the next level at the end of this
Yeah.
project. But
So far, we've got 9 members. And that's only in 2 days.
You know what? I think TakuChat's a really great place to find guys who play the games you want to play and get like a good kind of team going.
Indeed.
I played a little bit of Battlefield with Draco Summoner actually, but he
How'd
doesn't
that
have any
go?
kind of communication device, or he didn't have Skype, so I kind of was just like, you need to communicate in that game, so I don't really like to play without teammates.
Did you record any of that?
No, I only played a few. It was just kind of I had to go in like half an hour or so, but I seen he was on, and I was like, yeah, I've got a bit of time. Uh, but I will try hop on with them again whenever he's on, and see if I can make something happen.
Right. Well, he's gotten into. He only got it recently, didn't he? He's like really into Battlefield now,
Yeah,
which is
and
good. It's a great game.
yeah, it is a great game. It's actually kind of the Humble Bundle is really it's been really good, even PR I suppose for what you call it for EA,
Yeah,
and they're also doing this. You can return a game after 24 hours if you don't like it.
that's awful nice of them.
That's really cool. I don't know what the terms and conditions are, but the option is there. Um,
They're winning us back.
I don't. Again, I said it before. I'll say it again. I don't think
Well,
EA are
yeah,
that bad.
but you know what I mean.
Yeah, people give them awful stick.
Worst company in America or something. I think
Yeah,
they officially won that title.
I think that's it. I don't have any random stories to share. I don't think.
Uh, no, but you'll be Badger will be visiting me in the flesh next week, so maybe we'll do something then.
Yeah. Speaking of, do you have your capture card up and running?
Like I got all the pieces, I just don't have the software.
Oh, that's right. I have it. Hold on. Let me just make sure it's still here. Ah, there it is. Yeah. So what I would like to do. Okay, the last time we went to, or by we I mean I went to Gun's house. We ended up playing FIFA. And things got heated. So what I'd love to do is record a game of us playing FIFA and just our chat. And it was pretty fucking hilarious. And I would like if because I haven't even mentioned this to you yet, but I think that's something we should do, and I think it'd be hilarious to do so.
I'd be definitely up for that.
Yeah, I think that's yeah. So I'll have the software with me. So it's next Tuesday. I'm coming down.
Yeah, so we're gonna
And
be like Galway versus Sligo, which are like half star teams.
yeah,
So
yeah, we pick like really bad teams,
yeah,
bad in the game, because I think it's more challenging and more fun to just pick really bad teams,
indeed.
and that's who I like. I pick Sligo, Gun pick Galway, completely at random, and that's what we're gonna stick to now.
Yep. Then the teams.
Yeah. So if you're interested in that,
Speaking of FIFA, by the way, I just throw in a bit
oh
of news
shit,
right at the end there
gee,
that the European. Okay, let me start. How can I start this? Okay, so anyone in Europe who has pre-ordered the Xbox One will get FIFA 14 with it for free. And they haven't announced anything for America yet, but I assume maybe it'll be something like Madden or NBA, maybe something like that. But already, according to Challenges, pre-orders have gone up for the Xbox One, so it has had an effect.
yeah. He thinks that people should just like they can just get it cheaper, for what you call it. He made a point. It was a decent point too. So I'll actually read the comment he made. So Sharon G says on Speak Out. So apparently the offer of getting FIFA 14 free with Xbox One pre-orders actually worked rather, sorry, and pre-orders are going up. Does no one realize it'd be cheaper or still be cheaper to get the game along with the PS4? I'm not faulting Microsoft here, as actually they did the smart thing. It's the general public who don't think and part with their uh, in brackets, heck, probably not even their own, close brackets, cash straight away. So,
He has a point.
yeah, he does have a point for sure. But I think it's just for the sake of getting a game out. I mean, what if people are just like, yeah, I kind of want an Xbox One, but they're like, fuck it, if I buy it, like, I'll get it, I'll get FIFA 14 with it too. And they still have more. They've got that money that they could have used to buy FIFA 14 to get another game. I don't see any.
That
As he said too, he
what
can't. It's a smart thing.
you're just after saying there doesn't make sense. Can you say that again?
Like, sorry. Okay, so so obviously you pre-order the game, you're going to get FIFA 14. So
Mhm.
before that, as far as I know, you weren't getting any game at launch,
Nope.
at least in Europe anyway. So this way, you'll now have money that you could have used. You're like, oh, I wanted to buy FIFA 14. Because you're
Yeah.
not just going to get the console and no game.
obviously.
Yeah, although I know a guy who did that
Okay,
for the Xbox 360.
I'm following you up until so far. Keep going.
So this way, what I like about this idea
Yeah,
is that now people who are kind of like, oh, I wanted to get the Xbox One, but I'm not sure, because whoever gets a PS4, they're going to get PlayStation Plus likely, and then they can just download games, and have games off the bat.
yeah.
With Xbox One, you kind of couldn't do that. So now they're going to have FIFA 14 right away. They're going to have a game, and they're going to have any money extra that they might have used just to buy FIFA 14.
This is the part.
Yeah.
But
So
couldn't they
that
just
money.
get couldn't they just get a PS4 and FIFA 14
But
and
what I'm saying is,
still have like £40 to get maybe even a second game?
no, what I'm saying is this is people who are on the fence who maybe were thinking about the Xbox One but weren't sure because they wanted to get a game. You know what I mean? This is probably why pre-orders are went up, because people who were like that, who wanted to kind of they're like, I want the Xbox One, but I kind of want to get a game with it, and I won't be able to get a game if I buy it. But now they'll be able to get it. Yeah.
Okay. I suppose you got a point there as well.
Yeah, it's a good idea, I think. And obviously he said the same thing, Myself and Sharon Jeet locked horns yesterday in a verbal contest.
It was
So
pretty heated.
I gotta tread lightly here,
Yeah.
We're in a peace treaty right now.
He took off his shirt and everything.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't
Typing
know,
furiously at the keyboard.
typing furiously masturbating. It's all I can think to do when I'm angry.
I think that's all the news now. There's
Yeah, for sure.
no hidden. That probably is other stuff that we can't think of. But
Yeah,
focus.
look, there's so much shit coming in about, with GamesCon, and it's such a busy time game-wise. With the new consoles coming out, there's new info nearly all the time, but we can't cover everything. And I'm hungry, so I'm willing to kind of wind down now.
Go for it.
Okay.
Outro, bitch.
That was TakuCast. Shit, why must I fuck it up?
Ah.
Hold on, that was a warm-up.
Every
That
time.
was TakuCast 0 for this week. Join us next week, where I'll probably reveal what console I get, but or maybe not, and hopefully we'll have a guest, because alright, so also right now, this second, I want people to start telling us, do they want to be in next week's episode? Because we keep doing it like we're doing the episode now, and people are like, oh, I'm busy, but I'm still typing on Speak Out.
You see, we have to tell them what day we're doing it.
Yeah, I know. So well, am I busy next Thursday? I don't think so.
But you're coming down Tuesday. Are we going to do one?
Oh yeah,
Tuesday?
shit, Tuesday.
Or will we just leave Tuesday for the FIFA?
I think leave Tuesday for the FIFA, because
Okay.
it'd be too soon. Yeah, next Thursday, all going well, we're podcasting again.
What time?
10 o'clock our time, so that's 5 o'clock Eastern. I don't know what it is.
Is it 5 o'clock Eastern?
Yeah, they're 5 hours.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so, bit of basic maths there.
Get off my back.
Yeah, so 5 o'clock, people are probably going to be off work. Just come on, shoot the shit with us. It's been hard to get people on, but again, we haven't been giving people a good window of opportunity. So hopefully we can get people on, even if you're a new guest, or if you're new to the site, or you've been listening in the sidelines and you haven't commented, or you're not on TakuCast. Get on TakuCast and just say, hey, I'd like to be on it.
Yeah, it's
We'll
your
get in
time to
contact
shine.
with you. We'll get the Skype details in there, and we'd love to have you on. And if you want to talk games with us,
Shoot the shit, as they say.
yeah, shoot the feces, the fecal matter.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Like monkeys who fling their own feces.
and really, what are we but monkeys, but without much hair?
Indeed.
Powerful stuff. And on
Yeah,
that-
sobering stuff.
I actually have a tear rolling down my cheek right now. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. And also, even though it's too late at this stage, but you can download this if you want to. You've a complete permission to download it and listen to it at your leisure.
Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, so that's another
Fantastic
option to
stuff.
listen to it. I'll put that in the description too. It's too late. This podcast is brought to you by TakuCast.com. I guess we should probably
take it
start
easy.
doing that. Yeah, take it easy. I'll see you. Well, we'll see you, I guess, in the next one.